Hey everyone, I'm Mind, and in front of me I have LEGO set number 4002021, the Temple of Celebrations. This set is a little bit different from other sets I reviewed on the channel. As you can see, it is definitely a Ninjago set, however it's not part of any wave. This is actually the LEGO employee gift for 2021. Every year LEGO creates an exclusive set that they only give to LEGO Ambassador Network members and LEGO employees, and for 2021 they decided to make one based off Ninjago to celebrate the theme's 10th anniversary. I got this because, of course, I am a part of the LEGO Ambassador Network, and I have to say it is already one of my favorite things in my collection. I think it's so cool that this set exists. I think it looks beautiful. It's a real shame this isn't wide release because I'd love for more people to be able to get this one. But with that being said, after I built it, I knew I definitely wanted to make a review for you guys just talking about everything I love about this set. It's also our first official Ninjago Christmas set, which we've never gotten before, so that alone is super, super cool. Yeah, we haven't even gotten into the review, but I love this set already. It's fantastic. But now let's take a look at each part of it individually. So we'll start right off the bat with one of the coolest parts of the set, and that is the Reindeer Dragon as well as the Sleigh. Reindeer Dragon is such a fun idea that just fits perfectly in the world of Ninjago, and I absolutely love it. The overall color scheme is white, brown, and gold, and you can see the face up close right here. He's got antlers coming off the top like a reindeer, and then he's got this brick-built dragon face with these green eyes. I think it looks pretty good. My favorite part about it, though, is the beard at the bottom, which is made using a golden frog. LEGO loves incorporating frogs into their builds wherever they can. They just find it really funny, and I have to admit, I like it too. It is really funny, and it works pretty well here as a beard. So the head overall, really well done. Next, looking from a top-down view, you can see the dragon's full wingspan. The wings on this guy are kind of simple. I kind of wish there was a little more going on here. I would have liked like a fabric or vinyl wing piece. I think that definitely would have looked better, or maybe have some more blades, because I don't know, these three feel very spread out. However, it's not a huge deal, and the dragon overall does still look pretty good. However, looking at it from the top down, like you can see right here, it does feel a little bit open right here. The wings don't feel very complete. But you can see these wings are on hinges, so you can move them up and down so the dragon can actually flap its wings. And here you can see one of them at a bit of a better angle, and I have to say it looks a lot better down here. There's a few studs on the dragon's back where you could fit probably 2 figures if you wanted. By default, the set doesn't recommend that you put any on there, but they definitely fit. And then on the back you can see the tail, which is also very simple. You have a hinge at the very end which can move up and down, and then a bunch of little ball joints. So obviously those can be swung back and forth, and you can pose those however you like. The legs and feet of this guy I feel really mixed on. On the one hand, I think they look really, really nice, especially the front legs. I think that's an incredible design. However, I feel like this guy's always toppling over all the time when I'm messing with the wings or the tail. If I move them around, suddenly his legs just give out and he falls over. So that's not the best. However, given that this was an employee exclusive set, this was definitely meant more for adults than for kids, because obviously kids can't be LEGO employees. So the set's definitely meant more for display than play, and I have to say, with that in mind, it does look pretty good. And there's a pretty decent range of posability here, which I like. Yeah, and the dragon kneel down like that, all the legs back in like a flying position, or you could put him in like a bit of a walk and he's still able to balance. As a whole, this dragon is festive and adorable, and I love it. There's definitely things that could be improved about it, however, I love it for what it is. Just the fact that this exists at all, I think, is awesome, and I think it does look really good overall. So I'm very happy with it. You can also see the dragon has these clips on the side with these reins attached. That is so that you can actually pull the sleigh of Santa Garmadon. Santa Garmadon's sleigh is small, but oh my goodness, this is such a fun build. I'm going to detach the Reindeer Dragon for now just so we can look at the sleigh a little bit better without me having to like move the dragon around as we're like turning this around. But you can see the reins attached right here so that the Reindeer Dragon can pull the sleigh similar to how reindeer pull Santa's actual sleigh. So there's a bit of a better look at Santa Garmadon's sleigh, and you can see it's loosely based off of the Destiny's Bounty, which I think is a really cool touch, because you can see it has the thrusters at the back with the gold circles on them. You can see there's also another thruster out the back, and there's a control panel right here where Garmadon sits. Speaking of which, I'm going to remove him for now and take a look at that minifigure when we take a look at the rest of the minifigures. But yeah, there's room for one minifigure to sit, there's 2 presents in the back, which you can remove if you want, and then it's just got these gold bars at the bottom that curve up at the front. I think this thing is beautiful. It looks like the bounty, it fits in the world of Ninjago, it fits with Santa Garmadon. I don't have any complaints with this, and I love how it connects to the actual Reindeer Dragon. This is so, so cool. I love this set. Next, in terms of the build, we have this little Christmas tree. And I think this one is really, really good. This is personally the best LEGO Christmas tree I've ever gotten. Now, I've never gotten any like LEGO Winter Village sets, so I'm sure some of them probably come with pretty good Christmas trees. However, just from like advent calendars and whatnot, none of those compare to this. This looks incredible to me. The shurikens as ornaments, as well as the star on the top of the tree, obviously make it very Ninjago themed. However, you could just remove them and use this as a regular Christmas tree, and I think that's really cool. I like the base at the very bottom to hold like the water for the tree. I think that's a really nice touch. And yeah, just just the way these leaves are connected and how it all comes together. I think this just looks awesome. I'm a really big fan of it. The set also comes with some gifts that you can put around the tree. You have a big blue one, a big red one, a smaller, lighter blue one, a smaller green one, a very tiny red, white, and blue one, the circular purple and pink one with the shuriken on top, and this isn't really a gift, but I don't know where else to put this. There's also the stack of logs right here, which is a really cute little build. These are all very simple builds made up of a very few parts, but putting them around the tree, it feels very Christmassy. I like it. But I think that's about all I have to say on the tree for now. So now let me move on to the next build. The next build is this little table for everyone to sit at. You can see there's 8 different plates that all seem to have, I think, ice cream on them, both vanilla and chocolate ice cream. I don't know what else that could be. But yeah, there's 8 different plates around the edges of the table, as well as 2 at the top up here. Up at the top, you can see there's a cookie with a heart on it, as well as a little waffle. Not sure what's being cooked in this pot right here, and there's also a turkey leg. Again, very, very simple build. However, this gets a lot better when you add the chairs around it, because this set also comes with 8 chairs that you can put around the table, which you can fill with 8 different minifigures. There's a total of 11 minifigures in the set, so you can't fit everybody. However, 8 is the perfect number to fit the 6 Ninja, Wu, and Misako, so if you want to have all of them together, you can. Or if you want to throw the snakes or Garmadon in there, you're welcome to do that as well. Yeah, nothing about this build is especially complex, but it looks nice and it's very fun. I like it. And now let's move on to the biggest and prettiest part of the set, the actual temple. This, as you can tell by me showing you the edges of my light box, is actually pretty big, which is really awesome to see. It's not a facade, it's actually a proper thing that you can display every minifigure in the set on, which I love. It reminds me a lot of the Temple of Verjitsu, just downscaled. However, there is a lot of distinct differences. I think the snow falling off the roof is by far the best part of this set, though. It looks so pretty. It feels like a mock. It doesn't feel real. But it just genuinely looks so cool, feels so natural. And even like a little bit on the stairs right there, yeah, that's just amazing. But let me move things up a little bit closer so you guys can see the more in-depth details. The temple's built up on a little bit of a mountain. You can see there's these wooden posts right here that actually hold it up. I think being on top of the rocks is a really nice touch and gives it a ton of personality. Down at the very bottom, though, we have a ton of different white bricks to represent snow. Not too much to say about these, just a bunch of different sloped and curved pieces. However, one kind of cool thing is they had some white studs in around here. That is so those could be removed and put those in minifigure hands to be snowballs. It's a little thing, but I think it's a nice touch. On the other side, things are very similar, though. Instead of those snowballs, now you have a snowman right here. This guy has a little straw hat like Wu wears, as well as his red scarf around his neck, which is a cool touch. He's in like the snowy ring right here, but you can very easily remove him from that. So if you want to move this guy to a different part of the snow, you can very easily do so. And then at the very front here, the actual stairs that lead up to the temple, there's that snow like falling off, as I mentioned. I think that's so cool. The ground floor exterior of the temple actually has some nice room for minifigures to walk around out here if you want, which I think is super cool, because that means you can display them on the outside of this build. Because there's definitely room on the inside to display them, however that means you're probably not going to see them on a shelf. But yeah, you can fit probably quite a few out here, which I really like. I like how the railings on the side of Snowy and the wreaths are a really nice touch. The windows are well done too, though. They're nothing too complex. Moving up to the second level exterior, again, I love the snow falling off, especially like these icicles forming at the very end. I think that looks amazing. I really like the asymmetry too, how it's not the same on both. It feels very varied and very natural. I like it. There's still a little bit of room out here, so you could probably fit a few figures if you wanted. However, they definitely look better on the lower level. But you could at the very least put one in the middle right here, like looking out the window of the second floor. And there's a few of these lanterns all around, which do look pretty. At the very top level, we have this golden straw hat right here, which really ties the entire build together. A little bit more snow and other icicle dripping down. And I really like how the very top roof is done up here. It's got the classic LEGO lance piece to be a spire at the very top. And I like how the edges of the roof curve up and out with the cheese slopes. And I think that's most of the exterior shown off, so now let's move into the interior. At the very bottom level of the interior, behind like the rocks and whatnot, you have this big open area. There's some straw hats on the windows, this fireplace at the very back, which is very cozy. There's also the 10 Years of Ninjago print right here, which is very cool. Back on the fireplace too, you have this green cone as well as this red plate with like this black slope piece on the top. I'm not sure if the green cone's supposed to represent maybe just a Christmas tree, but this little build on the side could be a number of things. It could even be a micro build of this set itself. But regardless, it's cute, it adds some personality to the top of the fireplace. I like the use of the gold bar pieces around the edges too to create some texture. However, as for this big open space, there's 2 different things you can do with it. You can see there's a double jumper piece in the middle as well as 4 more of them around the sides. So if you wanted in the center, you could place the Christmas tree. And on the jumper pieces around the outside, you can attach the presents. And I think that looks really great. It adds a ton more personality to the temple. However, as I mentioned, that's not your only option. You could also put the table in the middle, and then the chairs and the jumpers around the outside. The tree looks beautiful in here, however it also looks beautiful right next to the temple. The table, though, doesn't work that well outside of the temple. Putting it in here allows all the chairs to be locked down properly. It also maintains the fireplace's visibility, because if the tree's in here, you can't see the fireplace at all. And also just gives you a lot more room to actually pose figures in the temple, because of course you could put them in the seats. So of the 2 options, I definitely do prefer this one. It would have been nice if they provide ways to put both of the things in the temple at the same time, however that would have required the set to be a lot bigger. But I do think the tree still looks really good just out in the snow away from everything, so I think this works great in here, and it feels very cozy and warm. I love it. It just reminds me of the holidays. This is super cute. Now moving up to the floor where minifigures can actually enter. On the side over here we have a quill as well as some letters. There's this transclear orb with a cone in the middle. I'm not sure exactly what that's supposed to be. Probably a snow globe if I had to guess. With like a little Christmas tree inside. And then over on the other side, it's unfortunately covered up a little bit by this pillar, but this is a micro build of the Ninjago City Gardens, which I think is a really, really cool inclusion. You can see the tree right here, the large teal tower at the back, and even like the little garden on the side with the shrine. Yeah, that's a really nice reference and a nice way to celebrate this year. I like it. Moving up to the next level, this is definitely the lamest one. Not too much going on here. I believe this is just supposed to be a gold present, which is cute. I like it. It's sitting on top of this little drawer build that's just, I guess, supposed to look like drawers. And then this, I think, is a reference to Zane's mech from the LEGO Ninjago movie. Very strange and specific set to call back to for a micro build. But I mean, hey, they did it pretty well. That build was literally just a triangle, and this is definitely a triangle. So as a whole, I think that's cool to see. And then at the very top of the temple, here's something I was not expecting at all. We have Golden Wu's head and beard. So Ninjago City Gardens, which is the only other set to come with Golden Wu, came with this head and beard on the Golden Wu figure. However, the Golden Wu in this set, as you will see in the moment, comes with his normal colored head and beard. So I originally thought that the golden head and beard would remain exclusive to the Ninjago City Gardens, but no, they just include it as a statue right here. So you can keep it in this build and just use it as a statue of Wu, or if you want the proper full Golden Wu figure, you can take this off and put it on the Wu in this set, and it would be identical to the one that comes in the Ninjago City Gardens. So there's some good and some bad about it. It's cool for people to have this set because it allows them to get either version of Golden Wu. However, it does make the Golden Wu that comes in the Ninjago City Gardens a little less special. That being said, this set is a lot harder to get than the Ninjago City Gardens, so it's not like they're releasing it in a really cheap set that everybody can get. There's also another gift box up here, a little blue one. And that's about it for the actual temple build of the Temple of Celebrations. One final thing is this set can be taken apart so you can get better access to each level. I don't think it's super necessary because every level is pretty easy to access regardless, but if you want to take it apart by level, you can. So there's another look at the very bottom level with everything removed. Not too much different, but I guess you can get in here a little bit easier. Now there's a few more very small builds before I move on to the minifigures. The first is this little sled here for Mezmo, and there's not too much to say about it, but it's really cute. It adds to the overall like very wintry feel of this set. It's a nice little thing to display alongside this set, and I think it looks cute. Just has 4 studs on the top so you can attach any minifigure you want, and yeah, I think it's solid. Zane also comes with skis in this set, which is very funny. It's so strange to me to see this like golden, superpowered version of Zane wearing skis. But I think it's a ton of fun. I really like it. You see the skis are attached to his feet. You can remove them and attach those to any character you want. Put those on another ninja, put them on a snake, doesn't matter. They're just another fun accessory. I like him. Zane himself also holds ski poles too, which you can use. And then finally we get this golden Spinjitzu for Sensei Wu. This is not new. This exact piece comes in the Tournament of Elements from 2021. However, it's a nice one to get if you don't have that set. It works really well for Wu, or it works for really any of the Golden Ninja. And it's just a really fun one to have. Obviously you could spin it, and of course when you spin it, it will spin. Keeps going off camera when I try to do it though. Goodbye. And you can place a figure on the studs on the inside if you want, and that way you can have the character actually perform Spinjitzu. There he goes. Wu, can you please stay on screen, please? Here are the first 3 minifigures in the set. We have Golden 10th Anniversary, Cole, Jay, and Kai. I'm not going to spend too long on these guys because I did a full video reviewing every single golden figure, so I feel like it'd be a bit redundant to talk about them all again. So if you want to hear my full in-depth thoughts on every single one of these, go check out that video. But I just want to say, I think it's wild that they included every single golden minifigure in this set. The Golden Ninja minifigures were a really fun collectible this year, but they cost like hundreds of dollars overall to get all of them. But I guess if you're a LEGO employee or a LEGO Master Network, you can just get them all in one set. So because of that, I now have 2 of each of these guys, which I do really appreciate. I think that's awesome. But yeah, it just baffles me that they put all of these in one set. In terms of the figures themselves though, in short, these 3, I love all 3 of them. I love the consistency of the golden suits as a whole, but I think these are 3 of the strongest. Kai and Jay are 2 of my favorites, and I really wish Cole used black instead of gunmetal gray, but I still think he looks pretty good. Cole having a hammer while everybody else has swords is a little bit weird, but it's not a big deal. And then the torso design in all 3 of these is fantastic. Here the 3 of them are with their masks and armors removed. Here's the other 3 actual Golden Ninja minifigures. We have 10th Anniversary Golden Zane, Lloyd, and Nia. Lloyd's definitely my least favorite of the Golden Ninja, and Zane's my second least favorite. Zane's my favorite ninja in Ninjago. I was just very disappointed by how the FS hood looks on him, but I still think the torso design is fantastic. It matches with the rest of them really, really well. Lloyd I just find kind of boring. He could have really used a half mask or something. And then Nia might be my favorite of all of them. I really, really love her, especially that hairpiece on her. But yeah, overall, these 2 are definitely weaker than the rest, but as a whole, it's a really, really solid collection. Here's the 3 of them with their hair and armor and masks removed. And once again, there is back torso prints as well as alternate faces. Again, as I mentioned, if you want to see my much more in-depth thoughts on this figure, go check out my review of all of the Golden Ninja. I'll try to link that in the top right corner if I remember. Also in the realm of Golden Ninja, we have Golden Wu in this set. As I mentioned, the only difference in this guy is he now has a yellow head and a white beard instead of a gold head and a gold beard. The gold head and beard definitely looks better overall as a figure. However, this makes this guy match a lot better with the rest of the ninja, so I think it's a cool variation. There's that torso print with the beard and hat removed. And there is the back head print and back torso print. Golden Woo is also covered in my Every Golden Ninja reviewed video, so again, check that one out. Okay, and here's where the minifigure selection of the set goes from strange to completely unexpected. Here we have two Serpentine minifigures. We have Mezmo and Baby Mezmo, or Kid Mezmo. I'm not sure what the actual name of this figure is going to be. I've seen a lot of people call it Scales Jr., but it's not Scales Jr. That's not what he looks like in the show. I don't know where people are getting that from. Just because it's a child Hypno Bride does not make it Scales Jr. Anyway, if it wasn't already crazy enough that we got all 7 exclusive Golden Ninja minifigures in one set, Mezmo was also an exclusive figure that only came in the Ultrasonic Raider, which was $80, but now you get 1.5 of him in this set as well. Mezmo was already one of my favorite figures of the year, so I was so happy to get 2 more of this one. Like, genuinely, it's so cool. I will talk about this guy again real quick just because I love it so much. I love the sand blue on the arms and the sand blue printing in the middle. The yellow snake face on his chest is a really cool touch, as well as the yellow printing on the top of his head. Such a wonderful redesign of this character. I think he looks amazing. Back torso print too, I love that silver armor and everything. And of course he has those iconic Hypno-Bright eyes with the red swirls and everything. Yeah, genuinely just an amazing minifigure, one of my favorites of the year. And of course, there's a second one here. The difference with this guy is he now has short legs, a little scarf on, which is super cute. The stuffed bunny is not new, but it's a really cool part. It's not super common. I don't know who came up with the idea of a child Serpentine, but I think he's just such a fun exclusive. I love this guy. But yeah, in terms of prints and everything, he's exactly identical to Mezmo, he just has short legs and a scarf. But I think it's really awesome to get both of them here. I love them. And then the final minifigure in this set, of course, is Santa Garmadon. You guys will be happy to know that there is nothing exclusive on this figure, so you guys can very easily customize to make this yourself. But this guy is so funny. This is everything I have wanted since I was a very young kid. When Ninjago came out when I was 9 years old, I really wanted a Ninjago advent calendar. I made my own custom Santa Wu back then. So making Garmadon Santa instead of Wu was pretty surprising, but hey, I have to say it works pretty well. He just uses the same Santa torso that's used in other themes and the same Santa beard. However, instead of a Santa hat, he's got his iconic helmet with these golden spikes coming off of it. And underneath the beard, it's just the Legacy Garmadon face. Around the back, about what you'd expect from a Santa torso. Yeah, overall, this guy isn't anything too special in terms of parts, however, just the idea of Santa Garmadon, the fact that this is an official minifigure now, I just love it. I think this guy is super cool. It would have been cool to get like an exclusive torso or something to make him more unique. However, because they didn't do that, that allows people who didn't get the set to make this figure out of their own parts, so I appreciate that. And oops, I said finally with that guy, but there's actually one more minifigure that I forgot about. We of course have Masaka right here. She's kind of just reused parts, nothing too special about her. Her face prints come in like many LEGO City sets since it was originally introduced, even though it was originally introduced for her. This Lloyd hoodie was originally introduced with a Legoland set, but I believe it's come in City sets since then, as well as the Ninjago City Gardens, I believe. But yeah, it's always appreciated to get another version of Misako. This is a cute one. She comes with a little spoon as an accessory. Around the back, her torso says Lloyd, and you can see her alternate face right there. Not too much else to say on this one, but I appreciate her being included to really like round out the ninja family. Would have been nice if Pixel was here too, but we got 11 minifigures. I can't really complain. So, what are my overall thoughts on this set? If you couldn't tell, I adore it. I think this is an amazing set. Selfishly, I love that it's exclusive because it feels very special to have something this cool in my collection. However, considering how cool this set is, I feel really bad for everybody who can't get it. Speaking of which, let me know if you guys want to see a video of me just like flipping through the instructions and showing the parts list if any of you guys want to build this yourself. Luckily, none of the parts in this set are exclusive, so you can build it with your own parts if you want. I believe instructions already have been uploaded elsewhere, but I did get a few requests to upload them to my channel, so if you guys are interested in seeing that, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I love everything about this. I would love more Christmas Ninjago, I would love wide release Christmas Ninjago, but every part of this set, from the sleigh to the reindeer to the temple to the minifigures, every single part of it is perfect, fantastic. Thank you LEGO so much for sending this to me. This is one of my favorite sets in my collection. I love it. But I think that's about all I have to say for this video. Thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed, press the like button, subscribe if you're new. I do LEGO and Ninjago videos like this almost every day, so if you subscribe, you'll be the first to see them. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays everybody, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!